Okay, oh no, Discord is broken. Of course my Discord capture is broken. Well, we're live, but it's borked, so...
I like bork.
On the fly fixing.
Can they hear us?
They can hear you.
Good.
I will give you if you will forget.
Hear me.
Oh my gosh. It traded stuff. Okay, it's fine. This is easy enough to fix.
Oh, wait,
It took changes I made in the other scene and applied them here. Which I think means that you guys are fucked in the visual department over here.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's pretty nice there.
Alright.
Yeah. Do with your computer.
No. Oh, okay, well, in that case. Why would it change my defaults?
Because OBS does that because it's a pain in the booty.
It does, and you're
Because
correct.
It wants your attention, and it knows the only way to do it is to be bad.
And
it wants to fuck our supple butts.
I don't think supple is the right word for that.
Making it sound like a cat, and I think you're right.
Hi, stream.
I have played with some finicky programs, and yeah, OBS is very much a cat.
Yeah.
It's going to work when it wants to work. It will want attention when it wants attention.
Okay, and then Inigo's gone. Where the fuck is Inigo?
In the crow's nest, remember?
Okay, there.
Yep.
There. I don't know anything about that. You guys should shut up. You guys should shut up.
Yeah.
Do you have a disclaimer on your thing so you don't get in trouble if I use my thing?
I do. I have sex, drugs, and rock and roll on, I'm pretty sure. Look, I'm not gonna, restrain myself, so, I just have to warn the world about it.
I'm pretty sure I could give you 2 out of the 3 of that.
How do
I have
we
to move my
add
computer downstairs, though.
pirate quality rock and roll? Can you put Ailstorm in this game?
Fuck you, you're a fucking wanker. I'm gonna punch you right in the balls. Fuck you, where's the fucking anchor? You're all dicks. Fuck you all.
Going so well. No, this is great.
It's pirate music. I promise. It is really pirate music. Put it in the put it in the chat later or something.
That's so bad.
Okay.
I
Yes.
love that song so much.
We used to play that at work.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
It was me and Will, so yeah, we would.
Yeah, that tracks.
Hey, we look good.
Terrible enablers, both of you, for each other.
And
Okay.
we're gone.
Nope, it's fine.
And we're
It's
gone.
okay. I did a thing and it makes that happen.
Okay.
Everything is all right.
Oh, May said, "Hello, Chaos. I feel so validated by that. You should be careful what you say."
Daisy.
Daisy, that's Daisy.
Daisy?
Yeah, it is Daisy May, but
Daisy May.
Daisy's usually how we call her.
Daisy's good.
Daisy to the light. Okay, so friends, at the start of our session, there are some things that can be done. If you've used your luck and it is currently below your Spitfire score, you can mark luck equal to your Spitfire to bring it back up. The doctor has a session start roll to make.
This roll is always extra easy for me because
Well,
my Spitfire and my luck are the same score.
0.
0.
I know you're rolling in luck though, but at least you actually roll well. So
He's such a lucky guy.
Now you have to figure where's my list of explosives and or other things.
typically, friends, I'm gonna just let you get to that. You know how this goes.
What do you mean beans?
Yeah.
I heard explosios.
It's fine. He
How
does this
many
every
explosives do you
session.
think I have? Yeah, how many explosives do you think I have on me?
A lot.
The answer is it's not 0. It's never been 0.
Listen, Siegfried's not missing fingers for no reason, okay?
True statement.
That said, typically when we start our game, we start with me asking you guys what you remember from last time. But given that one of our players was absent last time, he remembers nothing from the game, and so we're actually just going to pick up from there today, which means that I'm bringing you all here. Aniko, when you wake today, not morning, actually, it seems to be like mid-afternoon, actually. The familiar sounds of crew on the ship surround you, the creaking of wood, the stretch and pull of rope and sail, battered in the wind. You know, it's a very normal sound until you open your eyes and find yourself not in your bunk, not in your hammock. In fact, you appear to be in a small wooden box with no lid. There's room to stand up and move around, look about you, but you're currently curled up on the floor. Swaying, actually. You know, the ship always rocks with the movement of the ocean. But you're really feeling a good deal more sway than you're accustomed to, as you find yourself waking up in a place you don't remember going to sleep. In fact, weren't you leaving somewhere last time you remembered anything? You were chasing somebody, your friends found you. Oh, gosh. And now you're here.
That was a whole shit show. Yeah. How did I get here? Where the hell am I? I'm gonna get up and... You said it's a box, right?
It's like rounded. It's got wood on the bottom and all sides, but the top is open.
I'm gonna stand up first. How badly does my head hurt?
How badly? Roll me 2d6.
That's a
Just
dangerous
straight
plan.
2d6?
Yep. Pretty bad. There's like you feel the headache and you feel around, there's like a goose egg back there. It hurts. In fact, maybe your vision's a little bit blurry at first, but it comes to pretty quickly.
Alright. Oh, what happened? I stand up and I'm gonna look around. Am I at least on the Bleak Omen?
Would you like to size up
Like,
your situation?
I would like to size up my situation, yeah.
Great. Please roll 2d6 plus your vinegar. And I'll tell you what you can gather from your situation. It's a great roll.
This is wonderful.
You're definitely on the Omen. In fact, this is not an unfamiliar spot, but before I tell you any more, I have to ask you a question. Is Aniko afraid of heights?
This is what I hoped would happen.
It's everything I hoped it would be.
It is.
I need to flip a coin to determine that one.
That makes me even happier.
As a matter of fact, he is.
Fantastic.
Great.
Even better.
As you look around you, the wooden walls of this actually crow's nest are fairly low as you stand, leaving you with not much of a railing to cling to as you survey the docks and the city from a new vantage point far up above the ship's safer areas. You're definitely on the Omen. It appears to be mid-afternoon, and as you peek cautiously down over the edge, you can see the nets of rigging and lines of rope that you can use to make your way back down to the deck. A couple of your crewmates are down below, tending to business as usual. But they only look up at you and wave as they see you've woken. You hear a couple of people call out to you, like maybe they're teasing or poking fun. I believe this is where I think currently Skane is the only one on the ship. among
Yeah.
your players. Are you able to see him from where you are currently?
So I was staying behind to guard the ship, so that would usually mean I'm up like on the bridge.
Sure.
So yeah, more than likely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I would probably see him like sticking his head out and slowly making his way down, I'm assuming. Nice you to finally wake up. Not like there's stuff to do on the ship or anything.
What the hell happened? How did I get here?
You can't hold your smoke. That's what it is.
I'm sorry, my smoke?
I don't know. You're too young, boy. But get down. You have things to do.
Okay. And Inigo's going to try and get down somehow.
Yeah, as you consider how you're going to get down, the rocking of the ship kind of knocks you against the edge, and you like stumble to it, looking down, trying to find a handhold. You've got a couple of options. You could like swing your legs out over, leaving your body dangling over the inside of the crow's nest to reach sort of the rig lines. You could, if you trusted, your dexterity or your ability to pull off a fancy trick, you could maybe just grab onto a rope and slide your way down. You've got options. How would you like to get there?
The giggle in your voice is just terrifying.
This is Glee.
Oh.
We will
Oh,
be
boy.
informing Faye that you're doing
Mhm.
well.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys haven't even met Faye City yet.
I'm so excited.
Oh no. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit and trust my dexterity to
Oh, God
Just-
damn it.
grab a rope and try to swing down.
Awesome.
Oh, hold on. Let me get some popcorn first.
I'm kind of sad I'm not there.
Don't worry, Cap. I will tell
Well,
you
if he's-
everything in beautiful detail.
Vivid, beautiful detail.
Vivid,
please. Thank you.
vivid, beautiful detail, sir.
Now, I don't want to jump in, but if you're afraid of heights, do you think you
I
should
feel like
really be
there's-
trusting your dexterity to do
I
this?
feel like there should be some minus.
That's why I'm trying to
But I'm a fan.
help.
There is
You're helping.
specifically not a playbook
Aim
move,
is
a
a-
basic move. You like the music? But specifically for this kind of thing, when you are in a place that you're trying to get out of, in this case, you're going to be breaking out. So that's going to be 2d6 plus your blood. You're going to try and find a rope and swing your way down. You're an experienced enough sailor. You know which ropes. Is that what you said, right? You're going to swing down?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're
Yeah.
vaguely experienced. You know which ropes you can pull that will get you down to the deck. If you're swinging, you could grab one of those and make your way. I will say the ship, it's rocking back and forward occasionally. It knocks against the deck, giving a little bit of extra heft to the wobble. It's pretty frightening up there. I'm going to say you should take a -2 because of your fear of heights in escaping this situation.
Here
Do a
goes
backflip.
nothing. Oh boy.
Oh my!
So happy.
Oh,
All
I'm so
right.
happy.
Hey, so mark an
Whoa.
experience for a miss.
You gotta level up faster now.
Yeah. Make sure you
If you
swab
survive.
that blood stain
You're-
off my deck.
And the doctor's not on the ship.
He's not. He is not. All you have is skein, and I'm a hammer, so everything's a nail. So if it's broke, I'm just gonna cut it off.
You are moving to the side of the crow's nest, looking down to try and grab hold of a rope that you can use to lower yourself down. A bit more easily than navigating, climbing down the rigging itself. And you have to kind of reach and stretch, trying to get a hold of that rope. And you do manage to do so after a couple of tries and a bit of lurching, swaying, trying to do so. Grab it onto it, get it in both hands, nice and secure, and you jump out of the crow's nest to let that rope catch you and lower you down. Unfortunately, I don't know if it was your fear or if perhaps you just, in the rocking motion, missed the grab that you were looking for, but you fall about 6 feet, not even reasonably close yet to the deck, from up in the top, and get stuck. You see that the rope is wrapped around one of the cross beams of the mast, and it's not going anywhere. So you're holding on. You've got a ways to go still, and you're well above the deck. Even yet, you could let go and see what happens, or you can see if there's some finagling you can do by climbing back up and trying again. I will say, it wasn't comfortable, this abrupt stop and slide down the rope. You're likely to take a little bit of harm from this encounter, no matter which way you choose to go forward.
Okay. Oh no. I'm gonna climb back up and try again.
Okay. Hand over hand, you haul yourself back up. You detangle the rope from the beam. And go ahead and roll for me again, please.
I applaud your
Still
stubbornness.
-2.
Yeah, you're watching all this. He like falls, doesn't get anywhere.
Oh, I have a drink. I'm just having a good old time.
Yeah, still
Best thing I've
-2.
seen all day.
And that was plus blood, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Alright.
Better.
More experience. Yay!
Yay.
Pain is good for learning.
So a 6 is still a miss. You could mark another experience.
We're learning so much today.
That's okay. Here's what happens, I think, in this case. We're gonna let you out of this a little bit easier. It's not fun, but you're up there, you're unwinding the rope, you're nervous, the ship is moving, you're now like on essentially balancing on a round beam, or a rounded beam, as
I'm
you
laughing
do
at
this.
you hysterically from the
Right,
deck.
your friends are laughing, the crew is starting to point like what's going on. Elminster nowhere to be seen as this is happening. You grab the rope again, you've unwound it, you've finally gotten yourself all together, you pull the rope up so that it's clear of any snags, and grab on to you tie a knot and grab on to the end. And nervous, scared, already embarrassed, with this rope in your hand, you jump down. However, you haven't planned well. Holding the end of the rope means that you fall as far as you possibly can. And so you make it to the deck with sort of a crash landing. There's no damage to the ship, but you will take 1 harm in your fall as you essentially jump down and are barely slowed at all by this rope that you're on. It's also now dangling and clearly in the way. You'll have to either get somebody less afraid of heights to clear the rope out of the way, or find some way to get it back over the rail onto the other side. But for now, docked with ship repairs to be had, you're probably okay. It hurt. There's some laughter. Somebody says, hey, you've got to really get that swing going, or it's all downhill.
Downhill.
Yeah.
When we learn absolutely nothing.
How to twist an ankle?
How to land hard is what I learned at this point. What?
Again?
What happened?
Was it the
Yeah,
ocean?
I guess.
Well, you decided to chase after a pickpocket. Why? And got yourself into a mess of trouble that we had to save you from, and then you fainted.
I fainted.
Yes. Like a dainty, dainty girl, you fainted.
And here the captain was worried about me, you hear Shale speak up. I haven't fainted in ages.
I
But
thought it
the
would be
goose-
Shale that was shit talking.
The goose egg on the back of my head.
Oh,
Did I
probably from
just
the
fall
fall,
back?
dear.
Yeah, the
Alright.
fall.
Can I see if I actually fainted or if he's just bullshitting me right now?
Yeah, I don't think that's a you roll, though. I think that is probably a Skane roll. Skane knows what happened, and he's trying to convince you that you fainted. So that's going to be hoodwink, my friend. It's going to be 2d6 plus your polish.
Can you wink his hood?
Hey.
No, I cannot.
No, okay, all right. Well, mark 1 experience on a miss.
Hey, I think that means I can level up now.
Fabulous.
Yay.
Hey. You
just
leveled
had
on
to
top of this.
I just had to do things that I'm bad at.
I do enjoy the mechanic in this game that makes fucking up actually not that bad. They did a good job with that.
I like that, and a lot of these things don't have fail states. It's just a space where the fates come in and say, you know, how it affects things, which is fun. Which is what's happening here with Hoodwink. There's not really a fail state. So, I mean, Skane's doing his best to convince you that you fainted. You're pretty sure he's lying to you. But
But are
Shell
you gonna
seems
call
to
me
believe
on
it.
Do you have the balls to call me on it?
You know what? I do.
That's a great choice.
Inigo will say, somehow I don't think I fainted, but I think something else happened that you're not telling me.
You know, I was just trying to save your feelings, but, you know, you went into a club, town and alley, and we kind of just found you that way. Covered in all kinds of things. Hurts the soul to think about. And I'm just going to take my cigar and go back down to deck just to fuck with him.
You might want like a bath or something. Just jump in the ocean.
Yeah.
I know you're into that.
Can I?
Crew says as much anyway.
Yeah.
And that's why I walked into the deck, because I knew that wasn't going to work.
I still don't believe that either. Let's see here.
And
You
I
wanna
failed
tell me-
epically, so you're fine. And then I walked away because, yeah, I'm not telling you nothing.
He's not engaging any further.
Yeah.
You know what?
Talk to the lady. You do so well with that.
How do I want to play this? How dumb do I want to be?
That is the question I say every day.
I will say to Skane, come on, just level with me here, please. I need to know what happened as I say that, I'm going to investigate my pockets and see if anything's missing.
So, out of game, did we ever actually decide what happened to him? I just
Yep.
remember us deciding. Okay.
So, should I say this now, or should we just wait until he figures it out?
So the thing is,
Sorry, my brain is dumb.
the
Memory not
lie is failing, right? We're beyond the point now where you're going to convince him that happenstance.
Anything happened. Yeah.
Right. You don't have to tell him what did happen.
Okay.
I mean, between characters, you're certainly welcome to let this be whatever degree of conflict it is. If you're just like, well, that's what happened. If you don't believe me, that's fine, but you've got the bump on your head to back me up.
Yeah.
So it's up to you if you'd like to share that or not. You could always ask other crew who might know. You do remember going through the market, talking to the tea seller, and talking really
yeah.
being a very loose term for what you
Yeah,
did.
yeah, I
Holding
remembered all
up.
that part.
Um,
Yeah. I just didn't remember what we did once we left there. Like, I didn't remember if we had a thing of what happened to him, why he was. I just remember we threw him in the crow's nest and then went about our business. So I couldn't remember. Sorry.
That's all right. No. Yeah, I think it's up to you. If you'd like to, do you want to divulge the details? Because I'm pretty sure I recall also, although Tog clearly does. But if you're not sharing with him, then for his purposes, he remembers you guys finding him at the tea shop, stepping through like the curtained back door, and then waking up in the crow's nest.
Yeah, that's
You're gonna stand by it.
since I don't remember, we're gonna go with I don't remember. I'm gonna say that Skate doesn't remember because he doesn't remember. So,
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Mike, you'll have to wait till Cray and the Cap get back, man. I don't remember. All I know is we threw you in the crow's nest.
Already unconscious.
Yes.
Where are they now?
They left, and after my ruckus the other night, I decided to stay on the ship.
I believe the captain and his brother jumped overboard. Slightly less concerning here in like a port, but still odd. I know that I'm new to this whole crew thing and all, but yeah, that's what I saw. They just jumped in.
They're trying to find a way into the temple. I'm obviously not allowed to go back there because I got a little shooty. But you could definitely go try to find them. I'm sure Captain won't be upset by that at all.
You see
He
my
does get so little time to bond with his brother.
All right. You know what? How long have I been out? Exactly.
About a day.
Is the doctor on board?
Nope.
I think he
Is
was
he
going
alive?
drinking. Is he a big drinker? I mean, I guess most free people are, but
Hey.
sorry. Well, I'm sorry.
That's
Was that not?
profiling. And profiling is wrong.
I don't like it when you put
Says the
people
man
in tiny
strapped with
boxes.
guns.
White box.
Right
Yeah,
box, though.
Sorry, I meant no offense.
None taken, sweetheart. God damn it.
Hey, you know, if you're shaking it more than twice.
You're just playing with it now, son.
Now you
This
just
is
show it
bird when you
off.
pee. You should probably get it looked at. So, where has anyone seen my brother?
You have a brother? Sorry.
Yeah, big
Could check
guy.
his workshop. That's where he usually is.
Been out for. I'll go look for my brother at his workshop, but if he's not there, I don't know where he is, and I've got a whole set of other problems.
It's easy enough for you to make your way down to the place where he spends his time fiddling with smaller mechanical bits and bobs, making fine-tuning implements for weapons and whatnot. He's not there.
I'm gonna look around and see if he left a note first.
A spot hidden. No.
Sorry, is he literate? 'Cause I didn't think that he was.
I don't remember actually. That's a good point.
You don't have to be literate to leave a note. You could just scribble on some paper.
I mean, that's... Listen, thank you for taking my joke before we found out if he was literate, but yeah, no, I just don't know that a note would be very helpful. I can't remember the character sheet, and I don't have it open, but... I mean...
I'm looking.
Readings for rich folk.
That's right. You don't need to read to make a good piece of metal sharper, I'm just saying.
These are true facts.
Like I said. Readings for rich
say-
folk.
I mean, it doesn't say he is, so.
I'm gonna go with he's
Ah.
probably not.
Yeah.
There is no note, but his also his office space, his little workshop, it looks exactly as you'd expect it to. You can see a couple of pieces of like half-finished projects. There's a couple of places where he's used something to mark up some like sketches of like gun parts, and there's like a weird like wicked looking curved blade drawn out. But none of these things seem to have any sort of information about where he might be.
Oh, hell.
You are, at a port. He could be anywhere in the city. You know that last you heard, Captain gave you all free range to roam about as the ship repairs are being done. So he could just be, off doing things.
I'm gonna go look for my brother in the city.
Of course.
Hey, don't cause any scenes.
You're one to talk, but alright.
Hot meat kettle.
I don't know you. And I will shoot you.
Shale for in response. Notably, once a very sort of formally dressed, kind of proper woman, now wearing pants. They appear to be men's pants, and they're tied on with a belt. They don't really fit her. They're clearly borrowed from someone. All the same, she lifts her skirt in a curtsy at you, and that's her sole response. As you make your way into the city, we will shift the scene here for a moment, picking up with... I'm actually going to say we're picking up with Cray here. And if you recall last time, Cray and his friend
Yeah, my buddy.
are hanging out in the waters, not too far from the temple. Sort of waiting. He can see we watched the captain literally turn into a fish and swim away towards the temple, mostly under the cover of both some darkness and some very nice blending in. But Cray's watching now, just sort of waiting. It's hard to give a good signal, but you know that your brother can speak to you from some distance. I don't know that you know the limit of that telepathy. And so, let's see. You are able to spot a couple of things from where you've been watching. You're in the water, but you're not unable to see the surface and things that are happening. And there are a couple of things that you're able to spot. You spot a large number of people going in and out, not necessarily in a single large group, but just very constant traffic.
And this is under the water, right?
This is looking up at the surface. You are under the water.
Okay.
As far as the under the water, what you are able to see is that within the temple's pool, that front opening, again, we've talked about almost a reservoir.
Yep.
Very clearly that the people who work in the temple go from being in that water to on dry land to other pools almost as frequently as fish would move between water and dry, between water. They are in and out as though it is second nature to them. There is no sort of qualm. Additionally, you are able to see what looks like a small farm of shellfish and some fish traps and crab traps that are off to the side in that sort of rocky shoal area, allowing them to harvest their own food and goods. Many people who come in, you see leaving with baskets loaded with these kinds of things, some hand goods, some other linens and whatnot. It's very clearly a support. In the water, however, having watched your brother sneak through, the other thing that you notice with your friend beside you is that notably only one of the priestesses goes much further in the underwater areas than the others. And she seems to be following a similar path to where you last saw Nar going. She sort of, as she makes her way, casts a look about, hops from one pool to the next and dips down, disappearing completely from your sight and not resurfacing.
Interesting. If possible, he has no idea. Again, he ain't good with letters. He ain't good with numbers either. So measurement is kind of an abstraction to him. So
Sure.
he doesn't know how far this link goes. But he will attempt to think towards his brother. Might have a priest coming up behind you. If he gets the message or not, he is not going to change what he does, and he's going to stay still on lookout.
Give me one moment to check. I'd like to read your ability.
Oh, sorry.
I missed it.
If you... Actually, the call that I'm going to make here is that your ability to speak with the sea's creature is not what you have to unleash. You have to unleash to summon them to your aid. So, for this purpose, I will say that you can make this attempt without a roll.
Okay.
I will also say that given the sort of looser connection of sea life with your brother, it's a bit harder. The message comes through kind of. Nar, you essentially hear your brother's voice. You can't really make out what he's saying. It's like underwater and far away, and but he's tried to tell you something, and that is probably signal enough, so having left him to watch, that something is happening. Whether you need to leave or if you're continuing to explore is up to you.
Can I find, because these are like, from my understanding, like some caves underwater. Can I find a place where I can kind of shadowy, kind of sit against the wall and just kind of wait and see if anything's coming through?
Yeah, you could do that. Absolutely. Sort of wait it out. It's easy enough.
Yeah, just...
it's very roughly hewn. There's lots of places that you're able to sort of tuck yourself in between some rocks and some sea, grass and hide away. You do eventually see something happening. You have a very interesting, for stream, you've got a very nice picture of some tunnels and water. I don't, so that's what it looks like. Additionally, what you do spot as you come through, or as you are waiting, is going to be familiar to at least one of you. I know I have a picture. Everybody? Not everybody. Did that?
Yeah.
Good. Yep.
Okay, there it is. I see it.
Yeah.
Great. This woman, white dress, as the priestesses often are wearing, swimming through the cave. She does not seem to notice you, nor to be looking for much beyond her goal ahead. She swims through and past, leaving you to choose either to follow her or wait and see what happens on her return.
I will follow from a good distance. Like, just far enough back to where, like, she couldn't lose me going around a corner, per se. Like, I would know where she went, but, like, not right up behind her.
Sure. I don't think I'm going to ask you to do anything in particular about that currently. So you can do so. You're able to follow at this sort of distance you're talking about. It's a good thing because the caverns and the tunnels that you're in have many sort of branches that you can see. Some of them have a little bit of glow and light to them. Mostly it's very dark and potentially maze-like had you not had somebody to unwillingly guide you through. But you duck your way through a couple of turns, through one sort of very long, dark tunnel, and then you come up and you find that the space opens into a cavern. The upper level seems to be lit by a little bit of sunlight filtering through, perhaps. There's air here. It's captured some sort of bubble, essentially. And there's dry land where you see her exit and continue walking.
For the purposes of potentially coming back here later, how convoluted was the path to get here? Could I remember it pretty easily if I needed to? Like if I were coming back the same way?
I will say that you could you personally can navigate back. You will not be
Okay.
able to give good instruction. You could like lead a group, but it
I
would
would have to
require
lead.
you looking
Yeah.
and seeing it happen. But yes, you could do
Okay.
that.
Okay. So entering into I'm just going to like on the edge of like coming into this room. I just want to kind of wait by the door, like the opening to this room. I don't necessarily want to go into it too far. I want to kind of see what I can see from where I'm at.
Yeah, there's very much a pool of water in this cavern that you can kind of come to the edge towards the surface of without being super notably spotted. I will have you roll to size up and see what you can see here. It's going to be plus your vinegar, 2d6.
Okay. My vinegar is not good.
More than one person gonna level up today. No, look at you, that was great.
Didn't roll terribly, so there's that.
You notice a number of things that are both interesting and concerning to you as you look around. Typically speaking, I have to pause our story for a moment. Typically speaking, there are questions that you could ask here. If you had specific things in like that you wanted about danger, about secrets, about safely navigating things. Or if you'd like, I can essentially give you some information separate from those questions.
Let me look. So this is a size up?
Yes, that's correct. It is in the basic moves on the Discord. God, that's really brave of me to say without checking first.
I've got it. I've got it pulled up. It's all good. Okay. So on a 7 to 9, hold 1. May hold one additional if you stick your nose somewhere you shouldn't. Okay, so I can ask essentially one of these questions.
Right. Or use those as a guide to form a specific question for the situation.
I want to know do I see anything in this room that would A, concern me related to Dagon, and in that same vein, so kind of a part B to the same question.
Yes.
Anything that I could use to turn the townsfolk against this temple.
Okay.
If it were exposed.
So the second part is easier. The answer to the subsection B of your question is no. You can't really see anything here that you could use against the temple. But you do see a couple of things that are interesting all the same. You see some very old looking works of art or, there's some collections of papers. There are small little sort of trinkets and idols, and some paintings on the walls that very much remind you of the temples of Dagon that you've seen before. Notably, this area is in pretty decent disrepair. The paintings on the wall are faded and chipped at. The idols and other sort of depictions you see in the area collecting sort of dust and algae as the dampness and time has worn at them, but they are here, and the woman that you saw before, Lillian, is making her way past them as you sort of are making this observation, ignoring them completely and going deeper into what looks like a small curve. You're not sure from here how deep that goes, the path that she's on. But it's definitely more of Dagon. It's definitely an older place here. Very, very old cavern. Not looking particularly well used.
Is she singing with a fork in her hand, by any chance?
No, there's a large bubbling cauldron and lots of souls.
Ah, she's that one. Got it. Okay.
Listen, I can't be serious when you bring up the Little Mermaid. I'm sorry.
I mean, you that's where I feel like I'm at. It's just the dark version of it. Okay. So at this point, she's kind of moved out of my view, back
Correct.
into a deeper part of the dry portion of this cavern.
That's right.
correct? Okay.
You can hear her footsteps, kind of as they echo off the walls around and then fade.
Can I?
A little rock.
I wanna swim up to the surface and see if I can see with my fish eyes if I can see her.
Visualize.
Just like kind of float up to the surface, almost like I'm half dead, like a floating fish, but just to get an eye out of the water to be like, what you doing back there, kind of thing.
Oh.
That seems very
Mouse eyes.
official. Yeah, no, there's not much more to see in this area, but as you do so, you note that, like I said, there seems to be some trickle of light, probably the same sort of fissure that's allowing there to be oxygen here. But around that corner where it's quite dark, there are... I looked at the Twitch chat. Sorry. It was a mistake. I usually don't, and I've really been okay about this. You notice the darkness fade as what looks like firelight sparks up around that corner.
Okay. So now I'm like seeing shadows on a wall.
Yes.
Essentially, of, like,
Yes.
her.
You're only seeing one shadow of her.
Okay.
But there is light moving, and there are other stationary objects. They don't look particularly humanoid, but there are things in that room, certainly.
Okay. I'm going to swim back down, find a place out of sight, out of the way, and wait to see if she leaves, and then... Because as far as I know, I don't have a time limit on my transformation.
That's correct. No, it's until you will it away, is my understanding.
Right.
So for that purpose, we'll return to you shortly.
Just
While you
floating.
wait, in this cavern, darkness around you, just the gentle sounds of movement in the other room to reach you. We will find instead that we have a friend hanging out in a tavern high above the rest of the city, making
Oh, no.
very dear friends with a woman who not only
really bad.
complained about
the true evil of the campaign.
people pulling themselves up by their bootstraps, but then went on to fully say, but I don't even wear boots and my shoes don't need straps, and so I'm fine. But I believe that when we left off here in the tavern, said woman was busy now talking on and on about her widow, or how she is a widow, about her late husband, and how she never had to deal with these things when he was around, and she's since fallen on. She's very embarrassing, and she hopes he doesn't judge her, but a little bit of harder times, which is why she's down here in Hightower. But you'll understand that a woman of her age simply can't make all of the same things happen on her own, and she will go on in this way as long as you are listening. But you do have a companion with you, in fact, who is having a conversation in another corner that you catch little snippets of. Nothing super interesting reaches you over the drone of Martha's endless, superior chatter.
Oh, of course. What is sleight of hand?
So sleight of hand is likely either hoodwink or clever trick, depending on what you're trying to get done. If that
Say I'm trying to slip something into her drink.
delightful. Okay, so I'm reading. Sorry, give me a second. A convincing lie or disguise is definitely not the right
Misdirection.
here.
Like
right.
if I'm trying to get her to...
I think we're going to go with clever trick.
Okay.
Essentially seizing the upper hand, right? Finding a position in which you can get one up on somebody by being clever and tricky. It's a vinegar roll, which I think
Sweet.
suits you. So
Yes.
you're going to roll your 2d6 plus your vinegar here. In this case, I am going to say, sorry, I know that you've just rolled. We're going to take away 1 for your ability to not be noticed because you are in a fairly busy, fine establishment. But with a 12 even, you're golden. You've got this.
So it's going to be... So basically what he's going to do is... Oh, sorry. You finish and then I'll...
Additionally, on a 10 plus, you get to mark a luck.
Fantastic. I'm not going to say how much luck I have.
I think your bar is full.
It's almost full. All right.
Yeah, you should maybe use that. But you roll so well, so what do you need to for? Never mind. Just ignore me. Tell me what's going on. How do you pull this off?
So, he's going to put his hand on hers. It takes a brave woman to acknowledge the fact that she might need a little help. And that is nothing wrong. You are a strong woman. You have persevered since your husband passed. And I applaud you for your perseverance. And he basically is going to try to keep her focus on him and ignore the cup that he's slipping poison into.
Straight up poison.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I understand that... Sorry, I know I'm taking from your story here for a moment. I understand that you have different poison types that you... Or, like, different alchemical solutions you can create. Is this something that you've made, or is this something that you have on hand, and what effect does it hold? I don't think it would be odd for you to be like, yeah, of course I carry poison, I'm a doctor. But...
So basically what it is it's a neurotoxin that he would put patients under.
Okay, he's roofing.
So he can put patients under so he can then work. But there's not a, dead all the nerves so you don't feel the pain. There's just put you down and then bring you back when I'm done.
So like
Except I'm not
paralyzing agent?
Yes. But
And
I'm
it does
not going
nothing to the
back.
mind.
No. Not as far as he's aware of.
That's worse.
Cool.
Applause,
Okay.
but-
So, all right, I'm just gonna reiterate one more time here to make sure I'm understanding the effect of this, so I can play this out with you, right?
It is not a immediate thing. It is a
It takes a little bit of time
drawn
to kick,
out.
and
Yeah.
so she'll slowly, maybe like an ascending from the toes up paralysis. Over some time. Does it change her mind? Does it alter her mental state at all? No drunkenness, nothing like that.
I mean, if you wanted to have an after effect of, but
You cut out. You said an after effect and then had no words.
if you want to give an after effect to it,
Mhm.
that's on you.
Oh, okay.
I don't have one,
Sure.
but it is safe to assume that most drugs in this world are not like clean in that fashion.
That's fair. I will say, don't tempt me to create drugs for our world, because I have before and will again.
I just heard, "Don't tempt me with a good time."
Yeah.
Like I could do
In the
that's-
words of the Emperor, do it.
I wonder if I still have those drugs that I made. You ever put like assets in places that weren't yours and then realize that that was a mistake?
No.
I never put my ass in places that aren't mine.
Oh.
Yep. I put my ass.
How
in
aren't
lots of
you
places, though.
fancy and rich? I didn't know you owned that Denny's by the campground.
But
God, I'm supposed to be keeping us on track. That's my job. Okay, so essentially,
we corrupt.
you are able to do so unnoticed by anybody around you. And for a while, she continues to speak, both flattered and slightly embarrassed as you lean into what she's telling you rather than offer simply condolence, turning that back into how brave and strong she is. It's a little bit embarrassing for her. But that's okay. She's flattered all the same.
So after I don't know, about a minute after I've put the concoction into her drink, now, it is unfortunate, but I do have to go back down and rejoin the crew because we will be leaving. But I wish you all the best. And hopefully that the ruffians know their place and stay down where they're wanted for you.
Oh, you're too kind. Dearly. I'm deeply grateful. I did just have one more question for you, if it's okay. I was wondering, you said you're a doctor, yes? How long will you be staying? Are you treating anybody while you're here? I know that there's a couple of people who've fallen ill but aren't willing to make their way down to see the doctors of the lower tiers.
I am not currently treating anyone, no. I recently, I haven't been here long, but I haven't, since this is my first time venturing up, I don't want to get my hands dirty. Them.
Of course. I understand. I understand, of course. Well, it was a lovely
If I see you again, I will most certainly buy you a drink.
I'm flattered.
I will get up, go over to Vivian, and my dear, it is perhaps time we be on our way.
Oh, yes, of course. If you'll excuse me, it was lovely speaking to you. And she, you see, there's like a younger, compared to Martha, most things are younger, but a younger woman and her companion that Vivian has been speaking with, and they make polite, farewells amongst each other, and you begin to leave. A couple of things happen as you are departing. You hear the scrape of a chair across the stone floor, and a loud thud, and then a couple of gasps as people seem to react to this. The woman that you were speaking to is mostly okay. She has stood up and fallen. She goes, "Oh, I think, I don't know what's happened. My leg seems to be asleep, but I'm sure it's fine. Could somebody," and a number of people immediately are there, and you hear them say, "Oh, Lady Martha, let me help you." And a number of people are quickly there to aid her back to her feet, where she is mostly able to find her footing. Embarrassed, as you make your exit, you hear her make her own excuses to leave. And then after that, you're able to make your way out. Where are you going, and what are you doing now?
I'm going to be going back to the ship, but
Okay.
I'm going to be talking with Vivian about what she found out.
Sure. As you make your way, she fills you in on the details, which essentially is that the church has come in and been revitalized in the last couple of years. It was very empty before this small group of people came. The priestesses and the priests of the temple having, within the last, I think, decade, come in and begun both improving the temple and working with the community. Along that same vein, there have been some changes to the amount of theft and other instances of trouble in the city, but it is a free city where, you know, pirates and the like come through. And so you can't always expect certain safety. But what,
So it's gotten worse.
it has gotten a little bit worse over the last couple of years.
Okay.
But they've made really great improvements according to these people, both by supporting the community and offering a safe place for people to come and rest and eat and clean themselves, which has really helped cut down on the illness and things in the lower sectors of the city. In fact, the distinction now between the first and second tier and the third and fourth tier are much more vague. As far as the people appear, they seem to have food. Their clothes are not always of high quality, but not super patched up and ratty either. They're really kind of coming to themselves as things have been made easier since the church came.
Okay.
Otherwise, as you are making your way down through the city, you hear a couple of things happening. There are a number of what look like city guards sort of making their way through the market districts. You overhear them as they come through talking about an attempted assault on one of the priestesses in the temple, and some accusations of theft and other crime in the districts. And so they've not only increased their patrols, but they are looking for the person who attacked the temple. Also, there was some sort of kerfuffle down at you hear down at the tea shop. So people saw some strange things happen. A couple of people went in. A lot of people did not come back out. They're not really sure what's going on, but given all of these things, they're really trying to reassure people that it's safe by making sure the guards are closer and more visible than usual.
Okay, so I'm going to take Vivian's arm in mine, act like a couple.
Absolutely. She happily does so, and drapes her hand on your forearm as you walk together. It leans in gently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't believe you called that. I
Stahol.
can't believe you called me your servant to that woman, by the way.
She was insufferable.
Yeah, and you made it worse.
I had to see how far it went. But we had
To
to
her
get out of
core.
there because no, we had to get out of there. Unfortunately, quickly. I don't know if she'll last. Dreadful thing.
What a unfortunate fate for someone of her ilk, you know?
Yes, of course. Yeah. How sickness envelops one so hearty. Yeah. It is one of life's great mysteries.
And so quickly, it's just like an act of God.
Ah. I prefer to think of it as karma.
The two of you laugh and make your way through, unless there's something else you'd like to address before we...
I am trying to listen to see if I hear if there's a description of the shooter.
Jane
No, because I
has
am
a
a ninja.
hood.
Hey,
Because I'm a ninja.
Right. Hang on, let me
Takes off the tricorn, pulls up the hood. It's like Superman putting on glasses. Don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, I don't know.
And people don't really look at your face when you're shooting them with a shotgun.
Right. Very, very muscular. Looks like very young, kind of like a soft-looking kind of guy. Had a dark hood. Really large buck teeth.
So they're way off, huh?
They're playing telephone.
Tattoos.
Yep.
Really weird tattoos.
I
But
only have
not
one tattoo.
necessarily anything more than that. No, yeah, you were in a very crowded place. The number of people who saw things and had memories of what that looked like were plenty, and things, translations.
Yeah.
But yeah, hooded guy, lots of guns. That's certainly on there. Some sort of blunderbuss shotgun type thing, and a hood is really the only thing that concerns you at all. Very feminine fellow, by the way.
Oh, 100% great.
These are the things you hear as you make your way back down
Fantastic.
to the docks and the others.
Uh-huh.
As you
Fantastic.
come down, you find, leaving the docks, Inigo. Looking a bit concerned, as though he's searching for something or someone, makes his way.
Is he
past
limping or?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a limp, but otherwise, as what you can tell, unharmed.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I don't know if you guys saw that, but when Todd got up, his elbow in his camera frame just perfectly looked like his ass was out. and I had a moment where I was like, oh man, you can't streamer mullet like that.
Hey, you said sex, drug, and rock and roll. What the fuck?
Oh, that's true.
All right, I guess we can't play with our asses out. Hold on.
No,
Gotta put pants on. It knows that kind of game. Jeez. Oh, we're pirates.
I'm a lady.
Wrong kind of pipe.
Inappropriate.
That's what happens when I get up for a drink and I derail something. My mic wasn't even on. I still derailed
No, it
everything.
was great. No, because I really did. I looked up, I was like, that was his ass. No, there was no way that was his
Not.
ass. But
As
My
tempting
ass.
as it is to do streams with no pants,
you gotta really commit to being in the chair then. Yeah.
That's
gotta
what
commit.
kilts are
I
for.
can't commit.
that is what kilts are for.
Don't want to pull a tubing.
As we come to this
Or do we?
conversation between the potential conversation between the doctor and Inigo, we are about halfway through our game tonight. Would you guys like to have a break here? I know that some of us have been making use of our time and moving away, but
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So then we'll take a quick break, maybe 5-10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and
Okay.
we will rejoin the stream soon. Thanks for being here, guys.
Be back in a minute.
Ah!
We're
Are you
on,
ready,
so it better
kids?
be.
Oh wait, you guys
Let's
gotta
get
say it
the-
to me.
Aye, aye,
get
Captain.
we gotta get the thrust of the situation.
Did I make it dirty? Did it work? Was it dirty?
You did.
Great.
It
Did
was
I
Thank
do the
enough.
innuendo thing?
you.
Phrasing?
I'll do your endo.
I was looking for a.
I think I can contribute.
You can't do that on stream.
I was looking
Why
for a
not?
deep
That was so
innuendo. Yeah.
Let's see. Where did we leave off? Inigo, Nathaniel, and
Flamingo.
Nurse, as I think Inigo knows her. So Nurse and Nathaniel, Doctor Nathaniel, are making their way back towards the ship. They're actually both a little bit dressed up, I believe, in some of their finer, civvy clothes.
In our finest.
You put on your fancy duds.
But
Oh, we were going up. We were going up top side.
we're
They weren't
going
gonna
up.
talk to
You
us.
put on your going out pants.
Uh huh. And I still managed to kill a bitch. All right.
Yeah, you killed a human. I tried to kill apparently mer people.
Uh huh. I pick my targets better. I don't know what you want from me.
Sounds like a skill issue. Are you just
Oh no.
passing each other?
Was that
or...
the nurse?
I don't know. We're walking back. I don't.
Inigo, you're on your way to find your brother. You find the doctor and nurse headed towards you.
Hello? Nice.
I'll say, hey, Doc, have you seen my brother Elminster?
Why are you
Picture while
saying
he's
his
saying this,
name?
he's got like one of those cartoon bumps on his head.
Do you always call your brother Elminster? Just a weird phrasing. No, I have not. I didn't know
Alright.
he was missing. How does a man that big go missing?
I don't know if he's missing, but he wasn't at his smithy or his workshop on the ship, so I'm just
Okay.
trying to make sure he's okay. Because I
You're
don't have any
worried about-
recollection of the past day.
You're worried about him.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't
Uh,
fight. Just
Okay.
getting that out there. He's not a fighter. So if he's in trouble, we're screwed.
For the stream, this is who we're talking about, Elminster.
Who's
Not a fighter.
Who's
Dude's got muscles on his muscles.
He's just a big old teddy bear.
I'm pretty sure he can take care of himself, but if you
Is that
can, if you think he's actually in danger.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, is if he's actually in danger or he's just off somewhere. But either way, I need to see my brother.
Oh, okay. Well,
Not to.
did you wake up all right?
No, I did not. How did I get
mean,
there?
Are you guys like by the ship or are they just out?
No.
They're kind of down the
literally
docks.
past-
No.
How did you get up there? I don't know. I wasn't involved. I just know you were in the crow's nest.
I feel like he'd have to. Is he telling the truth or is he trying to hoodwink me?
I don't know. How do you think you determined that?
How would I determine that? That's a good question.
You could try to size him up.
Yeah, I think I'd like to size up the situation, see if he's.
Oh, you gonna size me up? All right.
What would that be? What would be a
Polish?
plus
Is that polish?
Size
that
up
polish?
vinegar.
Vinegar?
Over
Okay.
there. Wow. All right. Let's see how this goes. All right.
I look dangerous.
He does. He's kind of got this like look about him, like he's just pulled something off, whether that's related to you or not. He's got like this, it's a spark, but like of darkness, you know? A sinister sort of feel to him. He does look a little bit dangerous. As far as you can tell, with him, what were you rolling for there?
Oh, I was
a
just seeing
counter?
yeah.
I mean, he rolled better than you for this. I think.
Mm-hmm. No, he didn't.
No, you rolled better. Sorry, it's what. Yeah. So I was telling him he would be you rolled better. Then, yeah. Thanks.
Pronouns.
No,
Nathaniel's better.
No, I don't believe in pronouns. I only use
Nathaniel's
people's
better.
names. God, that was bad. Channeling my inner Martha. No, yes. So, the thing is, you can't tell. What you can tell is that there's a real sinister look about him. He does look a little bit dangerous. He looks a little more... Confident's not quite the right word, but almost, I think, maybe boastful would be maybe a good word. He's on a high from something, I would say, is probably a reasonable statement about what you're seeing about him. But you don't necessarily get the impression that he's not telling you the truth. You do get a real scary vibe, though. If there were hidden danger to be found, you think it might be on him.
I'll say to the doctor then, I'll say to Nathaniel, well, whatever vibe you got going on here is,
Hot? Vivian speaks up.
interesting. It's,
He pats her hand.
it's an interesting one for sure. It's one I haven't seen on you before. It looks good, but
Really?
I'm gonna continue my search for.
Perhaps
items
you haven't
here.
been paying attention. You might want to do that because you lost a 6'8", 350-pound man.
No, man.
Yeah. I lost an entire day somehow, so I'm not that surprised that my brother disappeared somewhere.
You
right
didn't
now.
lose it.
I don't remember the last day.
Well, you didn't lose it. You spent it in the crow's nest.
Apparently, but how I
Okay,
got
so you
there,
didn't
what
lose it.
happened after? No, I have no recollection of the past
Well,
days.
I told you. You were in the crow's nest. You see? You didn't lose it.
I hate to interrupt this really invigorating conversation between you both, but how was your date, by the way?
I don't remember actually.
Oh, that
You don't remember
doesn't
that?
sound good then, I suppose. If it was forgettable, then I guess you didn't have a good time.
So you don't remember anything?
The last thing I remember is the
What
tea
was the name of
shop
the bar?
took a twist.
Oh,
And
so you
then
do
after
remember
that-
everything up until... Okay.
Yeah.
I heard you try and, like, flirt with the pickpocket.
Yeah. No, I don't remember anything past a tea shop or something.
Well, I would suggest you probably don't go back to that tea shop.
Did you drink something strange there? We could maybe test to see if
Yeah.
you've got anything in your system.
I've got a
We could
goose
do
egg
that.
on the back of my head, so I can only surmise someone knocked me out. I don't know. Where I hit my head when I don't know.
Hold on. I'm gonna roll.
When you fell, you hit your head? From the crow's nest, or?
Oh, I fell from the crow's nest
Oh yeah,
earlier.
yeah. I
trying to get out of
definitely know
there.
how that happened. I definitely know how that fuck.
Did you want to take a look at?
I don't say that.
Did you want to take a look at that? I mean, I could look. I don't know if he will.
I mean, I'll look.
I
Wouldn't wanna
have
get
more
sick.
pressing matters.
You have
Can
pressing
you do anything?
matters. Okay.
Well, I mean, I got
You have pressing matters.
More pressing
About
than
something
memory
you-
loss.
So
After a head
so-
injury?
So, where are you going?
I'm just looking around to see if I can find my brother. I don't know.
Thought he's
Everywhere.
a big guy.
but
So
I guess you
you're-
could spot him.
So you're gonna wander around a city you don't know, looking for a 6'8" man who you can see coming without a plan.
Yes, actually.
Hmm. Would you like me to direct you to a spot?
That would be helpful.
I would check with the harbor master. He might be able to push you in a direction.
I'll check with the harbor master then.
I was
He
not
just-
expecting good advice. I have to be really honest.
Is that in character?
The
or-
doctors will look
was
at
that
you
the
and
phrase?
the doctors just looks at you and nods. Is that it?
I got an infected wound, I think. I don't. What?
How did you get an infected wound? Where
That
did you
was-
get an infected wound?
He did have sex with the ship at one point when he was covered in the.
No, that was from,
Seawater.
it was from when I was trying to put the captain out when he was on fire.
That
I
burn,
think
you
I
remember? We looked at it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, the burn.
it's
Okay.
pretty.
Yeah.
She makes some
Yeah.
faces. She's like,
Okay.
I don't know how
Okay,
you got a
but
date
if
looking
so-
like that. I'll be honest.
Okay. Well, apparently she just picked his pocket. That's what I heard.
No.
So you're going out to try and find your brother with an infected wound and a limp.
Well, nobody will recognize him.
I mean, fair, but
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Well,
you have fun with that.
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I think I saw you previously about this. You told me to give it a day. I don't.
Uh-huh.
Has
Yes.
it been enough time for you to?
It's been a day, but you're going out to try and find your brother with an
All right.
infected wound and a limp.
I feel like you want me to stay on the ship to get treatment first. don't
I'm
you?
not. Okay, I want to be very clear about this. I'm not suggesting you. I am giving you facts of a thing and going like this. So you do with that what you will. I'm not your father. You don't have to call me daddy.
No, but I never knew my father. So
He
that's
looks
all
at me and go, "You hush."
it-
She was. You see her trying very hard to maintain her composure.
Uh-huh.
I need to make sure my brother's okay first and foremost. I
Okay. So
have a promise to keep.
Uh-huh. So if you find him and something's happens.
I will have to make it up as I go along at that point.
Well, I can't help you. You have fun, then.
Well, he's definitely a pirate.
He's something.
Arm in arm, Vivian begins to try and walk.
Oh yeah. Nathaniel's gonna walk with her.
Good luck with that. If you want us to check that thing out later, you let us know.
I'll be back soon, I'm sure. And I
Well,
will.
I doubt it. Have fun.
You'd like it if he called you daddy, though.
I'm not saying that I want him to call me daddy at all.
You hear that drift as they're walking away.
But he doesn't think.
You can't think for him, dear.
I'm not sure. That's why I handed him all the.
She
And he.
pats your forearm delicately.
Mm-hmm.
So off to find the harbor master? Is that plan then, or?
Yeah, that's my current plan.
The harbor master, of course, is an easy person to find down on the docks. It's his job to be there, present and available to people. So with only a little bit of effort, you can find him, and he greets you fairly jovially. He says, "What can I do for you today, sir?"
I'm looking for my brother. He's a big dude, like 6'8", 350 pounds, built like a brick shithouse kind of guy.
Okay, so like good number of folk come through here. Anything really distinct about the
skin-
fellow?
His skin's partially blue.
Ah, now that we
It's
can
hard to
work with,
miss.
yes. Big blue man. There may have been a fella made his way through here earlier today. Yeah, I think I saw him headed off in the direction of the, what do they call the man? The gunsmith. He's a fellow up on the second tier. He, tends to have, the little fiddly bits for gun repairs and things. I don't know if that sounds like your brother, but, seems like maybe that's what I recall.
Sounds like where you might be. Thank you very much.
Be careful out there. I hear there's a guy with a big nose who's, a little gun crazy, so keep safe.
Yeah, well, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. What the hell happened while I was out? And I'll go to the gunsmith next.
You are able to make your way through the streets up into the tier, and to go look about for your brother. It takes a couple of times stopping to ask people. In fact, even one of the city guards who's about hears you asking someone for directions and offers to show you the way. Will you take him up on that, or?
Yeah.
Cool. Fun. I love that. So, there's a city guard who approaches you as you're speaking to just some person down on the street asking for directions. He says, it's part of my route. We're walking through. I can show you where the gunsmith's at. I believe his name's Finch. Fred? Physic. No, oh, jeez.
Fezzik?
No, that's not it. That's a weird name. Who does that? No. Finnegan. It's Finnegan. Finnegan the gunsmith. That's right. Yes, Finnegan's down this way. Come on, we'll show you.
Sure, thanks.
And he chatters about the city, talking about how if you're new here, you wouldn't know, but this kind of extra show of force is not really something that we're a fan of, but there's been a little disturbance today, and we're a bit uncomfortable. We want people to know, visiting, that this is, despite being a mostly free city, a generally safe place. And he continues on in this way as you walk together, sort of just telling you the rundown of what's going on. The patrols are out because there was an attempted shooting down at the temple and people are afraid. And as he takes you through, he eventually stops you off at what looks like a fairly busy market district, actually, and points you down. There's a little house about 3 rows down. It's got a green walls, tan roof. That's where you'll find Finnegan, and he'll be able to take care of you. I've got to go this way though. So unless there was anything else.
No, nothing else. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, hey, you should get that leg looked at, by the way. That limp is looks a little rough. And with that, he
Yeah.
begins to make his way away. Um, and you see two things in this moment as you begin to depart from his company. You see blonde hair, braids, a familiar face to you of Alwyn.
Oh no.
Additionally, after you are able to spot the greenhouse with the tan roof that he directed you towards. She hasn't seen you quite yet. You could try and get past her without speaking to her, or you could see what's happening.
I'm just gonna walk right past.
Great.
Oh. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, before I dedicate the, because really it's a limp,
Uh-huh.
I will drop a few coins on the ground as I limp past her. Just a few coins.
Sorry. I just would like to clarify the situation. You're going to intentionally pass this woman who you've perhaps recently been on a date with, or perhaps stood up for a date. After having noticed her pickpocketing people and attempt to bait her into stealing from you, but not really theft, just picking up things that you drop. Even so. So you're going to drop some coins in hopes to catch her in the act. Is that what's happening?
No, not so much to catch her in the act as to grab her attention.
Oh. Okay. Grab her attention to what to what end? Is what are you doing? What's your goal here?
The goal is to, I guess, see, I guess, I'm trying to think of how to word this properly. The goal is to see what she does and react accordingly. If she tries to get my attention, great. If she doesn't and I just carry on my merry way, cool. But I'm not sure what she will do in the moment as I do this.
I'm simply trying to decide if there is a role involved here. But I don't think there is a role for you.
Actually, wait a minute. What am I doing? I could ask her what happened. Couldn't I?
Theoretically. Are you
Yeah, I think I'll.
changing your
My,
mind?
yeah, tired brain is not functioning well tonight, apparently. Yeah, I'm changing my mind on what I want to do, and I'm going to actually interact with her instead.
Okay, so tell me what this looks like. So now you're just going to approach her, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Please describe how you do so and what you say to her.
Well, since I have a limp, I I will limp up to her, and I will.
Are you playing it up for effect?
No, I'm not playing it up for effect.
Okay.
I will say, excuse me, Miss Alwyn, was it?
Okay. I have to change the role. And then there's one more. Stop it, Freya. Nah, I'm sorry, she's got my headphones. Hey, stop it, you little shit.
Freya attack.
She
Oh,
did.
no.
She grabbed she put her paw onto my headphone cord and pulled. Okay. So this roll is going to additionally need a +1. But I like the potential outcome. And so... Oh, interesting. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. As you approach and then speak to her, she turns from what she was doing, spotting you as she does so and as you speak to her. She turns immediately, sees you, and reaches out to slap you, striking you on your scarred, infected cheek.
Can I?
For 1 harm.
Okay. You know what? I'll accept that, actually. Forgive me.
I've been waiting here for well over an hour. I cannot believe that you asked me out and then wandered off into bumfuck nowhere, and you show up here acting like you're hurt or something. Ridiculous and rude.
Forgive me. I literally just woke up with a pounding headache. I think someone knocked me unconscious.
Oh,
And
great,
I
so you're
have
an
no
idiot.
recollection of the past day. I'm so sorry.
You came into the bar, you tried to flirt with me, I agreed to a date, and now it's been a couple of hours. You don't remember any of that? You bought a
Here's the
couple of
last thing.
drinks. Can you really not hold your liquor? Did you drink too much? I know it was nice mead, but it wasn't that strong.
Put a hand on the back of my head, please, and feel the goose egg that's
I'm
there.
not touching you. No, thank you. I'm good. Once was enough. Listen,
All right.
I don't know what you got yourself up to, but I frankly don't particularly want to go on this date anymore, and I don't know why I'm actually still waiting here. Probably just so I could hit you, which was very satisfying. But how
What?
dare you just come back up like nothing happened?
I don't know what happened. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What occurred?
You had a couple of drinks at the bar. You were supposed to meet me at lunchtime. It's well beyond that now. And now I've been standing here waiting like an idiot. I don't know, something about being polite or something. I felt like I had to be waiting. And I waited here for entirely too long.
Please. I don't know what happened. I genuinely have no idea. 1 minute, I was walking through the crowd, and the next minute, I wake up in the crow's nest of my ship.
Well,
Please,
that
forgive
sounds
me.
miserable, but I don't know what to tell you. If you can't hold your liquor, you probably shouldn't drink. I'm not.
It wasn't the liquor.
I mean, if you just because you like got drunk and got into a fight and lost. I mean, like, listen, I don't know what happened to you either. I do know that it's been a couple of hours since you were.
Is she actually being legitimate, or does she know something?
You can roll to size up.
I would like to size up.
2d6 plus your vinegar, please.
Yeah.
7. That's not a failure, which is good news. Yeah, as you look at her, she really does just look like a woman scorned. She expected you to meet her here for lunch. You stood her up. She waited around for a while, hoping you'd show up anyway, and you did, with this weird story about how you've forgotten the whole past day, which, frankly, is all the more insulting since she's met you this day, and you've completely forgotten her, apparently. And she's quite offended. Her feelings are hurt. I would even say she might be a little bit heartbroken. That said, you do get the impression that she's got no idea what you're talking about, except that, you know, here you are now and you were supposed to be here a while ago.
Does that mean I'm no longer impassioned?
That's correct. You stood up this woman who was kind enough to agree to go on a date with you, looking like a horrifying monster with an infected wound on your face.
Can I use one of my theatrics outside of a fight?
I believe that your theatrics say at the start of combat, or when
It does
entering
that.
a scrap.
Yeah. Darn.
So, no, I don't believe so.
Anytime's a good time for combat. Just saying.
She did slap me too.
She did slap you. You gonna hit a woman?
You just in
No.
the back of your head hear Skane go, "Do it."
No. I'm not going to hit a woman, but I
Battle
would
Royale.
if she did slap me first.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I love how you're justifying this.
Oh no. One of my theatrics that I haven't used yet would be to challenge someone to a duel they can't refuse.
You're gonna... Okay.
However, the duel does not specifically have to be a fight. Does it?
I feel like there's a really well-established definition of challenging someone to a duel. But that might be me. I will even open this up to your friends in this call. Challenge someone to a duel they can't refuse is like very distinct.
What are we gonna do? Like an eating contest? Like
I want you to sell it. That's what I want.
All right, you know
I
what?
want you to sell how it is not a combat duel.
Yes. If you can really get us all on board for whatever this duel that is not combat to perhaps to the death is, then I'm happy to hear it. What's up?
I could. No,
Oh.
I could.
Oh, I see.
So, the thought here is that she is a woman scorned. She's been heartbroken. I want to redeem myself in some way at this point, at this juncture. But instead of challenging her to a fight outright, like the normal duel would be, instead, what I would like to do is simply challenge her to a game of cards, a poker game, instead, where if I win, she agrees to give me a second chance. If I lose, I will leave and she will never have to see me again.
Card competition.
Yeah, game of poker.
So how are you going to word that to make it a challenge?
Yeah, let's hear you challenge her to this. You roll your theatrics. I believe it's a roll, right?
Yeah, I roll vinegar.
Okay. It's a good idea. I like the idea. I'd like to hear you convince her.
Oh, yeah, no.
Do you have luck that you're just choosing not to spend?
No, I don't have any luck. That's the
Okay.
problem.
And you didn't ask anybody to come with you, so you don't have anybody you could spend bond with or anything with you. Okay. You can mark an
or experience though.
experience, yeah. But let me hear you sell it to
You're
her
gonna
anyway.
be way over leveled for us soon, man. Right.
At the rate I'm going, yeah.
I'm level 79.
If you can have convincing in
Me
character
and Prayer's like level 2.
challenge into this, like convince her to play this game of cards with you for a second chance. And if you can do that, despite having failed your roll, I'll give you the challenge.
Come on, man. Channel your inner Gambit.
All
That
right,
would
I
be the
will
right
say-
way to go with this.
Now I just want him to go, oh, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Ooh, I came
I
out of
just
my
took a
daddy.
drink, you son of a bitch.
Tell it, that might come out. If I spell it out
I don't know
really
about
nice.
Daddy, but I know I came out of
I
his
came out
balls.
of my
man.
daddy's dick ready.
It burnt. Oh,
If I could pull that accent off, I would totally do that as a character, but I could not pull that off the whole time.
If I could have any
I-
accent for more than 30 seconds, I would do that for you guys.
I will say to Alwyn, I deeply apologize for hurting you. Please allow me a second chance, but I will earn it with a game of poker. If you will play poker with me, just a regular game of poker. If I win, I get a second chance. If you win, I will leave you alone and you'll never hear from me again.
All right. Here's what I'm thinking. Out of character. This is not what she's saying to you. I apologize. I'm gonna roll one more time. What's your polish?
+2.
Okay. All right. So even with your polish working against you here, she still fails this roll. She'll take this offer. She'll take this essentially parlay and say, I understand that in a city like this, things can happen. I guess I'm willing to play this game with you, and we'll see where it goes from there. Why don't you come with me back to the tavern, and we'll find a quiet spot to play.
Thank you. Absolutely.
And she will reach out to guide you, simply taking your arm, but not in that very close, comfortable way, in the very formal sort of like actually grabbing onto your arm to guide you, so you can't wander off and get hurt again. Back towards the tavern.
All right.
I have a question.
I can't wait to hear it.
So, it's a mechanical question.
Mhm.
I don't think it's going to work, but even if it doesn't work, the comedy of this request might make it worth it.
All right.
On my playbook,
Oh my god.
I have a feature
Yeah.
that says if
Yeah,
one of
you
my
do.
crewmates is in trouble, I can just roll something and just be there. Just in.
No, that's exactly what that's for. He technically
Yes,
just
I
entered a
would.
combat and decided to negotiate his way out instead of fighting. That's definitely trouble.
And also, basically, what I'm doing with Nar right now is kind of just not actually much of doing anything.
Surveillance.
I feel like if it was possible, you just have, because I figured this feature just like you just know when your friends are in trouble. That's kind of the mild supernatural vibe to it. So I figure he'd be camped out, watching his brother do his his James Bond shit, and just stop for a second, and go like.
My spidey sense is tingling.
squid
It
sense
has
is
to be
tingling.
somewhere. So I would
My
to do
tentacles.
this. I'm asking you first off, would I be allowed to do this before I even tried?
Yes, that's exactly
Okay.
what this is about.
So I
Yes.
have to make a roll. What is it? I have to roll Roll plus blood.
Oh, good. That's a good one for you.
And on a hit, I am there.
Fabulous.
The best part is if I get into trouble, you could just bounce
Bounce
right
back.
That's if I make the roll. There's
Necron
limitations there.
bullshit.
Yeah. So survey says.
Oh
well,
yeah. Yeah.
So can I have fun with this?
Yes. Yes. I will say he was in trouble prior to her agreement, so you can show up before that happens or after, depending on what you prefer.
What I would like to do for funny is all of the narration has happened. I'm not going to go back in time. I'm going to do this. He agrees to this thing. She takes his arm. They turn around and go to the bar, and there's just a wall of man right there,
dripping,
just
dripping wet.
Why were you so quiet? Kind of.
Inigo,
A reverse Batman.
flip a coin.
And
You're
wet.
there the whole time.
Don't forget you're soaking wet. You were
Ed,
just
I've
He's
been here.
just sopping wet, standing
Yeah.
there.
I've been
Just
here the
drinking
whole
disappointedly.
time. All right,
Tails.
Sam Reich.
Okay, great. So heads is good, tails is bad. So here's the situation, which I said. I said heads is good. So this happens. She turns around. She's got her arm on him. He's limping. He's got like a head injury. They turn around. He smacks into you, face first.
look on his
Wet,
face is just
drippy. And she immediately lets go, steps
oh.
back, and looks frightened, reasonably.
No, he's not looking at her at all. He's looking at Inigo.
Yeah, no, just because you have appeared as this like looming shut behind them, and she's like, "What?" And that's what happens.
Cray?
Yeah. So now you face planted into Cray. Yeah.
I look up and I say, Cray?
He leans down. Do you remember what happened last time?
No.
He goes, this. Clonk! And just picks him up over his shoulder and hauls him away again. If it's permitted.
Uh,
I love that. I
No.
will
You're gonna
say,
have serious brain damage
Damn.
after this day.
bless his heart.
It's so bad for you.
The thing is, listen, what I would say is that it would be like, you can roll. We could do a contested get into a scrap roll, which is plus your blood. But I have very little faith in your ability to win that contest.
Here's a better question, Harambe. As a player, is this something you would actually want to resist, or is this funny and you want to just go with
That's
it?
true.
in the moment, I think my character would want to resist.
Okay, we can
He
do a
sees
roll up
that.
then.
Let's do a contested roll. Just 2d6 plus your blood from each of you. High score
Battle
wins.
Royale.
Yeah, maybe you dodge.
That's not great.
That's not great.
That's actually not incredible.
Is Flamingo gonna pull this off?
Oh,
Holy
yeah,
shit!
he might. Yeah, he rolled good.
Okay, I have a great explanation for why this happens this way to add to our comedy.
Johnny Cage him right.
Okay.
You clunk him on the head to knock him out. He's already got that ankle injury. He's like a little wobbly. And so what you do when this happens, instead of getting that good solid thunk on his head to knock him out, his ankle takes, a lot of that force as it translates through him, and he just falls very much sort of like a brief faint as his ankle falls out, does not hold his weight, and he crumbles to the ground, but then is like looking up at you in order to now make a decision about what happens next. However, this was very funny, and I thank you for jumping in exactly the way this game asks you to. I was about to switch what we're doing back to Nar. So we're going to make that jump here and revisit that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mean to okay, that was funny. Now you're in a good perilous position. But yeah, we were going to swap. They were going to walk off into the distance, and we were going to scene change. So we're going to do that anyway.
It's fair.
That was fun. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
It was very good.
Sorry, but I hope you're having fun.
Oh, I'm having a blast.
Okay, good.
That was really.
I still say you should have hit him in the head. He should have split and punched you in the nuts.
I love Johnny Cage.
Just a straight jump. give him his, because that's a good roll.
It was a good
Give
roll.
him his theatrical of like tunk, dick.
Oh, he'll have time to react when we come back to them both.
It'll be fun.
That said, as we return to the deep water beneath the temple, you've been waiting for essentially some change to happen. You notice first, kind of from your hiding place, that the light from the chamber fades. It wasn't all that bright to begin with. But you're able to assume that fire that was lit has gone out, and things are changing. You hear footsteps, and you see her arrive, now laden with a bag of some sort, canvas, strapped carefully across her back. And as she lowers herself into the water, changing from her human form into this more aquatic version, she slips into the water and begins to make her way out. She does not notice you, and I assume you want to follow her as she takes the same route back.
No. I
No,
want to
you're
go
gonna
up
stay?
and see where. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, great. Absolutely love that. Fine. You're welcome to do so. So she leaves.
Yeah. I wait for her to leave.
Mhm.
I give enough time to where I don't think she's gonna like, oh, I forgot my keys, kind of.
Right.
double
Oh, did I
back.
really put the fire out?
Right. And then I want to hop out,
Mhm.
and when I get out of the water, I'm gonna change back into, obviously I don't want to walk around as a fish.
Right. Yeah, that'd be hard.
And I'm going to reach
Friends, you
inward.
don't get too far.
And talk to her.
Cool.
And
Interesting.
say, so, this place is well hidden. Feel anything old and dangerous? And as I'm saying this to the demon that lives in my head, I'm making my way back to where I saw the Lillian, I don't know her name, but I'm going back to where I saw her lighting up the brazier, whatever it's going to be.
Sure. So, as always happens when you're communicating with your demon, you feel that first rising of the tide of her power within you. To speak with her, you don't require nearly the force that you do to call upon power, and so it's easy enough, especially having just channeled some energy, to take your normal form once more, to pull on that thread and speak with her. There are a few things here of interest. Nothing like we discussed, or I might have told you about them. But since you're here...
I mean, we might as well leave with something.
I love pirates. And you'll feel a couple of things change in the sort of state of the room. Whereas before you had sort of a distant pull against you that you asked her about this, and there was something far. It changes.
Right. That was different.
Right.
Yeah.
That fades. And in this space, you are drawn in two directions. As you round the corner through that kind of very dark part of the tunnel, you can both feel the warmth and see the tools in the entrance that she must have used to light the torch. And there's a small, it's not a fire pit, it's like some wood with some burn marks around it in a pile on the stone. Just a place where they've clearly lit fires. That you can also light if you choose to. The pool is further back into the room. It's hard to see though. So are you going to light these, or are you going to go with the darker, a fireplace? Yeah. Are you going to let that happen? Are you going to light these things? It's very easy. The tools are there. You could do so.
I will go ahead and light it just to see if it illuminates something that might be obscured, if not otherwise lit, like some
Sure.
sort of like hidden text that I wouldn't be able to see otherwise.
The coals were recently doused, and so take a bit of effort and a little bit of fresh wood to get started. but you're able to do that and light the torch as well, so you can carry that with you. The room illuminates into a very interesting scene. Not one you're unfamiliar with as a pirate, but not necessarily what you were perhaps expecting. While the glow of the fire does reveal a few more of those sort of memorials and paintings and murals of Dagon here. Just like in the other room, it seems to be less tended to than the rest of the things in the room. There is an altar. It has a fresh offering upon it. There is a fish, a couple of pearls, and what looks like maybe some kelp or some other sort of seaweeds upon the altar. And around it is an assortment of treasure. A couple of small piles, there's some boxes, some gemstones, a fancy candelabra, predominantly small stones and gold coins to be found here. Amongst them, as you get closer, the pool changes, and you are able to single out 3 items that seem to be of interest. Are you going to check those out immediately, or is there more you'd like to do first?
So this looks to be like a private altar to Dagon, essentially, from what
Correct.
I'm understanding. One that she's recently made an offer to him. So I want to very carefully not affect the altar to draw any attention,
Sure.
at least yet.
I will say one more thing to you. Because you specifically mentioned speaking to your demon, and you know that she is aligned with you as far as her dislike of Dagon. But even in this place, where there's an altar, a fresh offering, and these creatures, you're not getting that same sense of anger and excitement that you perhaps felt when you were fighting the emissary of Dagon, or that you felt the last time your crew went and defiled a temple. She seems ambivalent about this. As she said, she wouldn't have led you here, but since you are, there are some things to be found. But very notably, she likes when you fuck with Dagon. And she doesn't seem to care about this.
Does this look like a legitimate altar to Dagon? Do I get the sense, based on all of the background knowledge that I know, are they legitimately worshiping Dagon, or is this just kind of a cover?
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
And size up. It's going to be 2d6 plus the vinegar.
Vinegar not good. Vinegar bad. Vinegar bad. Actually, no, I already rolled. Okay.
Okay. You can mark an experience for your miss.
Yay.
You do have a lot of history here. And for that, I'm going to give you a little bit, but not as much. You, most notably, have felt what a temple of Dagon is like. You are aware of the evil and the darkness and the sinister quality of those places. And since you haven't actually had any interaction with these people to speak to them, you're not sure, but this doesn't feel the same. Whether because it's not legitimate or because they don't hold the power of the temples that you've been to before, you're not really sure what's up, but it's different. It is different. Not fully. I mean, there's still murals to Dagon here in this room, but it's not the same instinctual feeling.
It is also odd to me that it is in such disrepair, notably disrepair. Okay, as I ponder that, what are the 3 treasures or 3 items that are drawing my attention?
Absolutely. As you kind of paw through with again, not disturbing the altar or perhaps anything too much, you are able to locate a couple of small objects. One of which is a vial with a bunch of tiny bioluminescent creatures inside of it.
All right.
It was just a dark vial of liquid until you picked it up, and when it moved, the phosphorescence begins to tinkle and glow in your hand.
Pocket.
Yeah, it feels strange, but not necessarily very powerful. You also find it's a gemstone, a ruby. But typically considered a flaw in a gemstone would be like a large vertical line. My dog is really dying. Can you guys see? No, she's cut out fully. She's like halfway in my lap, trying
she's
to
the
get
cat.
attention.
He is perfectly invisible.
That's so funny. Notably, in a gemstone, a crack or a fissure vertically through it would be a bad thing. In this case, it kind of looks like an eye to you. A red glowing eye. But it's a gemstone, so it's mostly normal.
Do it. Do it.
Pocket.
And the last thing that you find is a telescope. Hang on, I'm so sorry. She's really desperate. Maybe she's stuck at
Go
time.
for it.
What's happening? What's going on?
I'm also having problems because I have
Cat?
a cat and there is a
Blooming?
bug.
Oh,
Oh
she's in fight mode.
Yes, she needed to be told she was allowed to go outside. The dog door, not enough signal.
Understandable.
A spyglass. This one is the one that feels the most powerful. That thread of connection that she's guiding you towards, really the strongest pull with this item. Perhaps that's why you only really sensed the 2 at first, this overwhelming, this sort of smaller thing. But without sitting with it and examining it, you can't really tell what's fancy about it, except that it's definitely what she's drawing you towards. When you hold it up to your eye, if you choose to do so, it does just look like a telescope.
I wouldn't, because I would be concerned of dark things with it.
Then
but,
looking at it,
I
it
would
looks
think-
very simple.
I would feel like I would understand certain precautions when handling unknown magical items or potentially dangerous ones.
You sure you don't want to
in
look
that
through
regard.
it? It
Yep,
looks
100%.
normal.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Looks
I
clear.
appreciate it. I don't want to get taken over by the fancy kaleidoscope. I will also pocket that.
I will give you this opportunity additionally to plunder. As a pirate, you've come across a stash of treasure.
Plunder.
It's deep beneath this church. It's clearly something that at least this woman uses. She's just come here empty-handed and left with more than she had before. But it's a room full of treasure.
I see no move.
The treasure
with
is not the
plunder.
beautiful woman from the date. You don't see move to plunder. That's okay. It's a special move. It exists somewhere. But it is, let's see, you're in a room with treasure. I will say that it's going to be 2d6 plus 2, because it should be good plunder.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah,
Does
it
anything...
is. Damn,
yeah, very nice. Does anything happen on...
the captain making it happen.
I gotta pay for these ship repairs that you guys cause.
Just because I
You didn't
wanted to
cause
try
the
and duplex a
giant
kraken
thing
on
that
your deck.
No, to be fair, my brother and I are mostly to blame for the giant worm, so I'm just paying for
And
my
the
own mistake.
damage, fireman, and
Hey, no,
canyon
it was
ripper.
wet enough. It didn't burn anything. We talked about this.
Okay. Typically, you would pick an item, but I'd like to offer you an item instead. How do you feel about that?
I like that idea. That is
Great.
what I want.
So, on a hit, you get a 1 treasure's worth of gold, jewels, or whatever you'd like from the supplies. Additionally, as you
Oh, I
are,
get that and it.
yeah,
Okay.
as you are digging through, sorting for, this gold coin is thicker than the other, or whatever the case is, just stuffing your pockets full of stones and gems, you find a book. Hidden beneath all of these things, you hadn't noticed it before. Notably, your demon hadn't noticed it either, and as you reveal it, her energy surges forth. That beacon that you were feeling, that pull, dials in onto this book. She tells you nothing about it, but she wants it. You can tell that much. And you can take
Don't
this
worry,
book with you.
I do too. Yes, absolutely.
Take the book.
Absolutely, I take the book.
I'm so excited.
100%.
It's your treasure.
No, I'm taking the book. Here's the thing.
Flashback, guys.
What's wrong, Tug?
Not the book.
Tug, I'm new at this. How good could really? I'm first time.
I literally
trust me.
will always take a creepy old book. That is just a code
This
that
is
I live by in
Tom
every
and
game.
Jerry, you just sat down like a cupcake with like a cardboard box and a stick holding it up. That's what I'm looking at. Like he was just done. He didn't have a choice.
Listen, I asked if I could offer you the thing, but I was pretty sure that you would be happy with it.
Oh no, chaos and fun stuff in my future? Let's go. Is there in this place where it looks like she makes offering, is there parchment and some writing utensil? If there's at least a parchment, I will take a piece of like charcoal from the fire and use that to write. If
Yes,
that's all there is.
quite notably, there are a number of like open and or empty books that look like they have been written in by hand, and so even like around the altar, just like pages that are open and blank. So you could write on any of those, or there's probably a couple of just like loose sheets of parchment that you could find as well.
Okay.
There's a book specifically at the floor of the altar that looks like it has fresh ink. So you could use that one too if you chose.
I will take a page out of one of the books. As non-destructively as possible. I don't want to damage the book that I take it out of per se. I just want a page to write a note. And I'm going to write a note, and in the note I want it to say, I think that we may have more in common than previously thought. The one that you worship and I are at odds. But with you I would like to speak. If you find this in the next few days, find the captain of the Bleak Omen.
Delightful. Is that all?
That is all.
Okay.
And I will leave it right on where the offering was made.
Okay.
Douse the fire and make my way back out to transform.
All right. I think you have to re-roll to transform.
I have to channel it.
Yeah.
Yep. Do I get an XP? No.
All right. It's easy enough. Your magical body displacement loot does not weigh your fish down. You're able to make your way back out and through the temple's passages.
As a note, I'm no longer shadowy.
Okay.
So when I channel my powers on a 7 to 9, I also would take a harm, but because I have the shadow armor, it negates harm.
Okay.
But it only does that twice. So it is now off. So I'm just a fish with no shadow.
Understood.
If that makes any difference.
Not for your escape, but yes, thank you.
And then if no other events will happen, I will make my way slowly and carefully all the way out the way that I know and back to the ship.
Yeah.
And I would not detour with the loot that I have on me because I really want to read a book.
Absolutely. You are able to make your way back to the ship unhindered by obstacle or other people. And I think we should probably call that our day. However, I don't like that Skane was stuck on the boat alone for all of the session today, and I'm very sorry. So I
That is
have something
completely
to
fine.
offer you.
Okay.
And by offer you, I mean I have a wrench to throw at your head.
Okay. I can dodge a wrench, so I can dodge a
Kind
ball.
offer.
You're up. Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad. You're up on the ship. You're just, keeping up with things. You got to undo the bullshit that Inigo did earlier, and laughing with Siggy about how you've got all this new ammunition and just nobody to shoot. And look at this kerfuffle that they've caused. It was just one gunshot, really. I don't know what they're upset about. And you're just having these, this day of sort of, not quite restful, but, unwinding. But you're not the most stable human. Mostly human,
I'd take offense
actually.
to that if I could get offended.
Yeah, well.
No shit.
If I had feelings, I'd be offended.
So you notice a couple of things that you're not really sure about. You're pretty sure that was a really resonant foghorn you just heard, but nobody else seems to have reacted to it. And what's up in the clouds there above the ship? Did you imagine that? Or was there something up there? I mean, what kind of things really would you find in a cloudy sky above an island, right? Nothing. That's not a bird. It's probably just a bird, yeah? Oh, but wait, hold on. Is that a ship way out on the horizon? I mean, that's fine. You're in a port. Ships come and go. It's probably nothing. Right? And I'll leave you with those questions for our evening.
Oh boy.
I don't like those questions either. I just want to read a book.
All I need to know is, did we at least get the cannon fixed?
Not
Where
yet.
are we at with the repairs? Okay.
Okay, that's a good point. As far as the
Do we have a
purposes,
gun barge? Do I have my gun barge yet? That'd be nice.
I actually, since we're not quite at regular time, instead of doing more story, let's talk a little bit of our mechanical things that are happening.
Okay.
Bringing up ship page.
There is an accounting of time to be had. This whole excursion so far has taken place over a day and a half. Arriving, unloading, doing all of these things, and then our morning of work, our afternoon of chaos is all sort of within this time span. That said, we did talk about taking a downtime as we arrived in the city, right? The idea of go, relax, we'll take care of the ship, we'll restock, everything will be good. And we've had a couple of specific downtime actions happen. We have had Cray and Skane both made dubious friends with the tea shop owner. Specifically because you guys in character, I think, do remember that happening, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Because we didn't kill him.
It was
Right, you
dubious.
did not kill him. You are aware that the shop in question is called Divinity. And that it is in the market on the second tier of the Isle. Or in the market district. The man you met there, because you are dubious friends, and he essentially owes you a favor. For record-keeping purposes. Oh, his name is not in my notebook. It's over here.
Willem.
No, it's an interesting. He's Farouk, is his name.
Farouk. I like
Farouk.
that.
Farouk.
And then he was that
Oh, yeah.
older man, balding, prosthetic leg, cane, dark skin, large beard. Definitely looks like a civilian rather than a sailor or a pirate. But, you know, given what your interactions with him were, perhaps he used to be something a little bit more than just a tea seller. He owes the two of you a favor. He's offered specifically, you know, to assist you in a time of trouble, such as, you know, interference and things like that. But you know that you have perhaps an in with him. The doctor went and spent some money having drinks. So his downtime this session was carousing. It does cost you a treasure, Doctor, to do so. The drinks that you bought and whatnot. So I'm gonna have you, if you don't mind, roll 2d6 plus your polish. Just to see if you get to mark luck or not for this downtime. No, on a 9 you do not get to mark luck, but you have made some shady friends and you've caught wind of a couple of opportunities, right? You're under the impression now, I hope, that there are two sides of the appeal of the church. And so you're in a position to cast your weight in with either side and perhaps use that to some sort of advantage. You've got this information. You can try to use it to your advantage. It is mechanically an opportunity that you have caught wind of. Whether you decide to do nothing about it or if you decide to act upon those things is entirely up to you.
All right.
I think that's also a carouse for Inigo, who went to a bar and got a date and spent a ton of money. Certainly a treasure's worth on the swill that was overcharged. So for the same purpose, to see if you gain any luck, I'm going to ask you to roll plus your polish. And then Cray and Nar did specifically go and do some investigation. Typically that would be like a 3-question ask kind of situation, not unlike a size up, but during a downtime. But I think that Nar has already gotten far beyond that. And I want you, Cray, having now sort of experienced a different sort of methodology of going through these, to spend this next 2 weeks, because we won't be back next Friday, and think about if any of those things sound fun to you, or if you'd like to kind of re-look at the downtime options and see if one appeals.
I can do that.
Okay.
I just
Probably
want
the
to talk to you
second
about a
one.
book.
Originally.
Over our 2-week break, I'm going to be bugging you about a book.
Okay, I can't wait. Make sure you use the Discord and not our DMs, so that way I don't lose track of what we talk about.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
Sure.
I've already got 6 places I'm keeping notes.
Oh no. Let's make it 7.
I'm trying. Listen, I'm going to rework it this week. That's my plan, is to get things back on track, unbaggaged. So that's the plan. When we come back and talk about what Cray is going to do specifically and what else Skane might get up to, because you've kind of been a tag-along, if you'd like to also pick a downtime of that nature, I'd love for Skane to go gambling. Just as like a thought,
God.
by the way. You don't
That's
have
the
to.
one shot that I want in my life.
But I feel like that could be a fun thing. So,
It started
Well, I
as
gotta-
cards.
I gotta wait until like the heat dies down a little
so
bit.
you know he
Like,
plays Russian roulette for gambling. Come on.
with my broken pistols and the one that I never load.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
They don't
why
have to
I
know
always
that.
win.
But so the both of you will do that, and then we will end our downtime. Meanwhile, what will be happening in game is the ship repairs are going to be underway. And then I will message you guys as I rework our organization about anything else that you kind of catch wind of over this next week or two that passes in game time at this port. Okay?
'Kay.
All right.
I'm good.
That's our mechanics. This was our game. Thank you guys for being here and playing. Thank you, stream, for hanging out, even though I mostly ignored you unless you caught my attention and made me giggle, which was fun. Thanks so much. Also, I hate you. I was doing so good not getting distracted. How dare you? Just kidding.
You did
I was
perfectly fine.
I was the chaos the whole night. So, it's been a wonderful time. Does everybody say bye to stream? Thanks for being here, guys.
Bye. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. See y'all in 2 weeks.
Happy Halloween.